Hi there, I'm Edward Jern. So welcome back to another episode of Stairways to Lanakila. Today we'll continue to feature the Ice team, the Hell teams by Ninetales and Sandslash. But this will be the last episode that I will continue to feature it. So stepping into our first battle of the day, we'll have opponents from Japan, which have ring teams with Pelipper, Duck, Tapu Koko, Katana, Salamence, and Muck, which is definitely, he would definitely bring his double duck if you say the Pelipper is a duck. Anyway, and that's kind of a problem to me, because he would just use a Tailwinds and Hydro Vortex to lock out one of my Pokemons. But yes, we may stop it. I'll use Ninetales and Gyarados as my lead here. No, maybe not. Because, yeah, Rain Team is kind of common, but this team doesn't have a very good counter to it. Yeah, we'll stay with the original proposal and Tapu Koko. Yeah, I guess Snorlax would be good. So, let's see how we're going today. And tomorrow we'll start to feature another team is featuring the Tapu Fini, but which is quite different from the teams used by Station Parts, which definitely he's using the Choice Bags, and with his Choice Scarf Polygon Z, he reached the #1s of the ratings some days before. And so our opponents need the Tapu Koko and Mark, which is still not a bad lead for us, because yeah, Ninetales could still do some damage before. Yeah, we can still do some damage on it. But I guess switching out my Gyarados would be obvious. Should I play a little bit aggressive, I guess? Yeah, I'll try to play a bit aggressive here, because switching out or protecting Gyarados is kind of, yeah, too obvious. So I do a Blizzard and Dragon Dance, but he's using a Dazzling Gleam, so quite nice to me here, because I can set up my Gyarados easily and threatens back his Tapu Kokos. So a nice turn for me here, but my Ninetales gonna knock off comes out from Gyarados, knocking out my Lumberry, and with the little HP here, I guess he might have the access of the Shadow Sneak. The Ninetales couldn't take a single hit from Tapu Koko. So I will just protect my Gyarados. But I doubt if you can knock me out. Yeah, Blizzard, let's go. Let's go, Blizzard. So Tapu Koko might choose to do a Thunderbolt onto my Ninetales, but no protect from his side. So yes, Tapu Koko is going to protect. So will we see the Shadow Sneak here? No, it's a protect. So with this condition, I might consider that he may not even have this Shadow Sneak Maybe he is a gluttony thickberry variant with curse, I guess. Now Tapu Koko might switching out at this moment into a water type, so it can take it wild, but instead I would use a waterfall onto the mug and freeze dry onto the Tapu Koko slot. Let's see if he will switch or not. If he switch, I would definitely gain a upper hand. So no switch, but we see the Shadow Sneak coming out. Yes, a very nice play here, and the criticals onto my Gyarados. And the Thunderbolt should be able to knock out my Ninetales here. So, very nice play by my opponents, yeah, to preserve, to reduce some of my damage by the health, so that the mug could knock out my Gyarados with the -1 Shadow Sneak. But the game is not over yet. Still have some possibility to win it. So now I can choose to protect my Tapu Koko. So as I really don't want to activate the Thickberries on mug. So I guess I need to knock out it's under this HP range. So I use a high horsepower onto the mug and protect my Tapu Koko. Now, but mug use protect once again. So, and Tapu Koko play very safely by Dazzling Gleam. But under this HP bar, I'm not sure will it activate the berry itself. If it's activating, yeah, this does. So, another well played by my opponents here. Well, I guess I may play. If Gyarados had Water EMZ, it may reduce the damage caused by the knockoff. Yeah, that's kind of a choosing between which one you're using. But if you have watched some of my episodes before, you would definitely know that my Z Crystal goes to the Sand Slash. But we still have to play it here. I'll choose the Dazzling Gleams and use a high horsepower onto the mark once again. So his Tapu Koko goes first, and Dazzling Gleam fires off very easy. Yeah, well, I guess I should use a Thunderbolt here. Because I'm quite busy before this. But the knocks-up comes out. Snorlax with his Citrus Berry removed it. So it's 2-2, but I guess he will just switch into Dual Ring or Dual Dark. Yeah. So I was busy, and I apologize for the absence of 2 episodes beforehand. But we see the Salamence coming in first, and I Katana. Wow. Do I still have a chance to win here? Yeah, let's do some let's do some fully paralyzes exercise here. I would use a discharge here. And high horsepower onto the Katana. So discharge comes out, I need my Snorlax to survive first, but the paralysis comes on my Snorlax instead. So no paralysis from my opponent's side. So that's definitely a good gain for my opponents. Wow, but Katana is kind of interesting here. While we are going to see the animations of the devastating Drakes to knock out the 5 HP Snorlax here. Anyway, so Katana is kind of interesting now because if you're using the Focus Sash, you lost the opportunity, the choice between using both Night Slash and also the Sacred Sword. But on the other hand, if the Katana has Protect, it's kind of yeah, safer options than that. I still don't have solid conclusions on which tool is superior at this moment, but I would definitely try to find some chance to feature Katana in the future. So the first games my opponents play brilliantly not to bring in this dual ring, so I lost the mind game in the very first lead, and yep, never mind, we are still on 1748, and let's see what opponents we are going to meet here. So tomorrow, I will do a demonstration exhibit match between me and Joshua Lucy, and I will soon upload it as long as we finish it. So stay tuned on my channels. So our next opponent is Potties from Canada, and he's using other ducky teams, but instead, he used Tapu Bulu, Celesteela, Garchomp, and Tapu Koko, which this team is kind of standard for the Rain duo, a Rain Ducks duo. Yeah, anyway. I will say that, yeah, and I think Adult from Portugal have the similar teams as he did. But on the other hand, I still have to consider what needs I need to bring this time. But leading this Ninetales and Gyarados, I still think is a very good option. On the other hand, is bad. Basically because you cannot allow you to switch out easily. Well, I guess I will stay in this because it's quite obvious that this team was still leads with the dual duck. So yes, he does this, the double duck, the ducking lead, or whichever you can say it, and the whole field is full of blue Pokemons here. Yeah, the Gyarados and Ninetales, Golducks and Pelipper's all have the elements of blue. So the Drizzle comes in, and it's definitely going to rain. If I can play safely, I can just do a double protect, but it may break my Focus Sash on Ninetales, and my Ninetales will be susceptible of the next attack from the Golducks. So I guess I'll use a Freeze Strike onto the Pelipper, and also Waterfall on it. Yeah, and this can ensure that, but yeah, we do see the Hydro Fortress fires up first, which would he target on. if it's targeted onto Gyarados, I would definitely give credit to it. Anyway, we shall see. And it's Ninetales, so it will put my Ninetales into the Google Sash range. A critical hit doesn't matter at all. So the Freeze Rise comes in, and the Waterfall should have knocked it out and prevent any tailwinds from it. So now I guess I can switch out my Ninetales to preserve the snow weathers and also to stop Golduck to go further faster again. But the rain is still useful to me at this moment because Celesteela comes in. And I bet he will spam some Lich Seed here. Anyway, maybe I can leave the Golduck alone at this moment. I kind of afraid that Golduck might have the access of Ankle here. Thank you for Aaron Zen to present it to the world. So I just use a Waterfall onto the Celesteela, which might not harm. So it's not that it's a good wall against it, unless no burnt. Good. So Waterfall, if I get the lucky flinch, yeah, but no, Lich Seed comes off. So here my Snorlax can indeed fire some Wild Charge onto Celesteela, and I may also switch into my Tapu Koko here on my Gyarados slot, so as to boost the Wild Charge from the Celesteela. But this is kind of a risky play. I guess he won't score into the Gyarados. So, I will do what I propose. Let's see if that works. So, switching out my Gyarados can also preserve my Intimidate for the last Pokemons of his teams. So a risky play with it pays off. So Score comes into Tapu Koko. Yeah. Not able to knock it out, but the Leech Seed comes in here. So, here comes the Wild Charge. Will it able to knock it out? Yes, it does. So, great. Especially if you activate some kinds of terrains. Yeah, it's just like switching in Kawagua and use some hidden power water onto the ground on the opposite side. So he will still have 2 turns of rings in my opponent's side. So I guess I can just use a Wild Charge onto the Golduck and fire off another Intimidate onto the opponent's Garchomps. So if I knocked out the Golduck, I should be winning this game easily, because unless the Garchomp is a Scout variant. But we see the Golduck protect first, and the Garchomp uses Earthquake, which might have the possibilities of his Choice Scarf here. So next turn, I will just use a Dragon Dance, so I can outspeed the Garchomp, and because if his Scarf, he couldn't do any damage onto my Gyarados. Anyway, I can stick to my plans on while charging the Golduck, and I will go for a Dragon Dance here. So Golduck you scored onto the Snorlax. Oh, but it knocks it out with a critical hit. So the Dragon Course comes in, so it proves that it's not a choice scarf one, which is pretty good here. So I just bring my Tapu Koko and I will double target into, I will use a Dazzling Gleam and also the Waterfall onto the Garchomp, so if he protects, the Golduck will be not on the range, not out of range of the Freeze Drive afterwards. If this is not going to protect, my Ninetale switching in would do a Blizzard. But his Golduck protects, that's the better options for me. So Waterfall goes in, barely knocks it out with a critical hit. So and that's what the game should be finishing it off. So bringing by using the rain teams, the best weapon itself is of course bringing the rain duo, but on the other hand bringing the opposite, and as long as all opponents are anticipating you bring the rain duo, you may indeed bring another side. So I use the Stone Edge and the Thunderbolt to go dodge. That should seal the game. Yeah, my opponents forfeit. So I had a lot of fun with this Hell team. So, but yeah, but I featured it for this team for a whole week. So I guess it's time to say goodbye to this team, and I hope my next team would do the same job as this team does, a very good job that helped me to go through all the 1600 tiers. So we are here to 700. Let's see if we can try out the 1800 barriers. So here's today's episode, and see you, and Merry Christmas!